Hi everyone, it's me Joe and I've just done my feline cat eyeliner. I thought it'd be cute, so I really hope you enjoyed the video. Alright guys, find me on Facebook and stay watching. Okay, so I'm starting with freshly moisturized skin. Please ignore the giant gash on my hand because I burnt it trying to get something out of my oven in a rush the other day. Such a mess! Today I'm going to be starting with a really light base. It's boiling hot. I'm struggling under these studio lights with weaving. I'm getting ready because tonight I've been invited by the Ladyboys of Bangkok actually, who are amazing and performing in Brighton tonight to go have a table. So for my birthday I'm going to go out and we're going to go watch them tonight and then I'm going to go party. I'm going to start with a clean face and I'm going to use my number 7007 Taint Needle Ultra by Lancome. Just get this on my skin evenly and try and do this in as natural light as possible if you're planning to go out in natural light, of course. Doing this under these lights is actually a really big disadvantage because what you see in this lighting is very different to what it looks like when you're actually out in sunlight, which is a bit frustrating. So never believe what you see, and this is the same with bathroom lighting, it's the same with indoor lighting. Try and get as natural as possible, and when in doubt, go to your kitchen, because I always think kitchens are the worst lighting. You always want to do your makeup in the worst lighting, this is my kind of rule, because I think if you can do your makeup and you can look flawless in the worst possible situation, imagine how fierce you can look in the best. I want to do some concealing today because I want to have flawless skin, and I've got a little bit of a bump where I shaved earlier, which is really annoying me there. The annoying thing about being a guy. I'm going to go in with one of my brushes and an orange concealer from my Dermacolour palette, and I've just ordered about 17 more of these to go because I love them, I use them all the time now. I'm using that dark orange colour, which is considerably darker, just to conceal the blue really. Okay, so I'm going to go in and contour out my nose a little bit. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use that same pale foundation, like so. So it looks a bit weird now, but it will work perfectly in there. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my reflective concealer in Prep and Prime MAC Radiant Rose, and I'd advise using Dior Air Flash as opposed to Touche Éclat because it's a little bit thicker, but I like this because it's pale. It actually comes in a light pink, which is closer to my colour. So this is really where I'm getting my coverage really. I'm just going over the bits we've gone over already, and I'm using it to really sculpt the face. And I call this area the W zone. So basically when I put these products on, I let them set, and you can probably see that they've become a little bit more, kind of more invisible now that they've set. They're quite illuminating when they're wet, but when they actually dry slightly, they get more thicker. And I like that because then you can blend it in without taking it off. So what I then do is, once it's dry a little bit, I start buffing this really into the skin and using it as a highlight, not as just a very, very sheer concealer with sparkle in. So now I'm going to go in with some concealer using Dermacolour creams again. I'm going to use my darker kind of toffee colour just to give me a little bit more definition in the cheek area. So as you can see, it's starting to build up really nicely without it looking really heavy. It just has that beautiful glow effect that blending contours like that has. So I'm taking Prep and Prime powder by MAC, and really I use a lot of products just to use them in tutorials because I can get away with a little bit more than I can in real life when I'm under nice lighting. So I don't love Prep and Prime powder by MAC, I definitely prefer other ones, but because I have it, I want to use it. And what I'm doing today is I'm just setting this all the way through because it's very hot outside, and I know my foundation is going to melt off because it's so light. So just really using the tiniest amount. If you use too much of this product, it does build up and you do get this kind of chalky effect, so don't use too many products that have got too much of a dry kind of finish, or you will enhance that effect a little bit, which is never good. Great, so now we've set everything out, I'm going to use my bronzer by Vivo, which I'm addicted to at the moment. I'm absolutely addicted to this product. In fact, I'm going to get my dad to take me in a minute to get some more. I'm going to quickly draw my eyebrows in with just some brown MAC shadows, maybe Omega and Espresso today. You can see my brow tutorials, I've got a couple on here already, so check those out. Now I have my brows in, I'm going to go in with some colour, and I'm actually going to be mixing a couple of my cream products. I'm going to be taking the orange I used to conceal with, which is a Dermacolour, gorgeous Dermacolour cream. So I'm creating this sort of very warm brown cream tone. And what I want to do is I almost want to pull my eyes apart slightly. So I'm using this in the contour to really shape the eye, but instead of going into my nose contour like normal, I'm actually pulling my eyes apart by pulling it from the tear duct up. And I want to blend this until the edges disappear, just as I did with my cheeks. Taking some of that bronzer I used earlier, I'm just going to add some of that colour just all over the lid and all over where we've just applied that colour really. This will keep the colour the same, or give it some light bronzing and some shimmer. So I'm just going to start sketching out where I want the eyeline to go, and I kind of start on the outside of the bottom lash line. So I've just gone in like this with a fat brown pencil by Barry M, and I'm setting that through with some black eyeshadow, and I'm using my own black eyeshadow just to really smoke this out and give it more intensity. So once we have the eyes in, I'm going to go in with some mascara and really thicken the lashes up, and I'm using Max Factor, and I really want to get as much as I can on the lashes. I'm going to go in with my new favourite lip liner, which is Exaggerate Full Colour Lip Liner, Rimmel in East End Snob, and it's fab. And I'm really going to bring out my lips. I'm using Lip Balm by Lush just to give it a little bit of texture and to smudge it into my lip a little bit. Using an eyeliner brush that I've kind of edited from Shoe Mirror, and I don't do this with Shoe Mirror products. I thought this was an old product. Don't do this with Shoe Mirror brushes. They cost far too much for what they are, and I've spent probably about £1,000 on Shoe Mirror brushes. But I've cut it thinking it was a different brush. So now it's cut, it works perfectly, but yeah, just be careful which brushes you do cut. I'm using this to really clean up and soften the edge of my lips. Okay, so here is the finished look. It's cat feline, bronzed goddess, gorgeous. It's really young, really summery, and I'm gonna wear this tonight, so I really hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to check out my Facebook page and hit me up on there, and I will see you all soon. Thanks guys.